Welcome to Marchintosh. Oh, no, I think that is the wrong corner of the table. Let's try again. Welcome to Marchintosh. No, today we will not talk about the Quadra 950. I've already done a video on this one before. I'll continue working on this and providing some updates on what's going on with this. But instead, we'll talk about its little brother, the Quadra 700, which I just received. Much lighter, much less of a beast than this one. You can almost lift this up with one hand, whether this one, yeah, big heavy beast. So what we'll do is we'll open this up, see what's going on inside, and then try to play around with this a little bit. Probably doing a multi-part video on this one. So yeah, let's get started. And just so you can have a little sound comparison between the two of them, this is what the 950 sounds like when it's turned on. Alright, let's take a quick look at the machine. According to my cheat sheet, this came out in October of '91 and was roughly $5,700, which back then was a lot of money, and apparently in today's money, as of 2022 inflation rates, is about $12,200. You may recognize this as one of the machines in the original Jurassic Park movie, but I'm too lazy to put any such references into this video. So let's take a quick look. There is a floppy drive. I believe this is a 1.44 megabyte one, if I'm not mistaken, and it should have a SCSI hard drive in it. At the back of the machine, we have a good set of ports. Let me take you up here real quick. Microphone, audio out, two ADB ports, a modem or serial, and printer. This is an AAUI port for networking, SCSI port, and a video port, 15, maybe 15, I think, as well as the two power plugs, power in and for the monitor, and the on switch. I believe this can be twisted. Yes. So it's always on. I think it even powers back up if it loses power for a short amount of time. And then we have some covers for expansion slots here. That is it. Let me put this on the side and let's have a look inside. Be careful not to scratch my table, since it doesn't have the feet. It has some rubber feet that should be attached. In order to open this, there's two plastic clips at the back that carefully need to be lifted up, and then this whole top comes off. It has some metallized paint on it. Don't know if this is conductive. We can probably test for that, but no metal shield. Unlike the 950, which is full of metal shields that can cut you badly. Alright, let's take a quick look inside. There's the hard drive set on SCSI 92, maybe, if that's what it says. Looks to be the original Apple one. It's a Quantum Pro drive, and I don't know what the capacity is, but I guess we'll find out. Underneath is, or should be, the floppy drive, and I believe it is in there. Yes, hard to see. Processor should be a 6840, running at megahertz. And underneath all of this, we have some expansion slots for VRAM and regular memory. So seem to be SIMs for regular memory expansion down here, but no VRAM. Don't know what this is. We'll look that up later. Expansion slots, and then, oh, interesting, there's a metal grate in here. And then we have a processor direct slot here that we might use later on for a little bit of an upgrade. We'll see. Fan, power supply, most important things we need to know. It's somewhat toolless to take this thing apart. For instance, two metal clips here that you can just push together, and out comes the hard drive. But we'll leave this in for now. Let's put the lid back on and see if it actually powers up. Okay, so I have it on its side just so it can support the monitor, and everything is plugged in, monitor is on, so let's press the power button and see if it turns on. Had the bong, so that's a good sign. Hard drive seems to be spinning up. It's definitely more quiet than the 950. And we have a signal, the mouse is working, haha, and it's starting up. So it looks like the hard drive is working. Fully booted into a system. 753 installation. Just says it's a Macintosh, which is interesting. I might try to upgrade this to, I believe this can take up to 8.1, macOS 8.1, if I remember correctly, so we might try to upgrade that. And in terms of memory, I seem to be 20 megabytes installed, which, if I'm correct, is the official supported maximum memory size. So I looked it up briefly, and yes, 20 megabytes using the 4 SIM slots seems to be the official supported maximum size, but apparently you can use 4 16 megabytes SIM sticks to upgrade this to even 68 megabytes. So maybe we'll try that if we can find some SIM sticks that are not too expensive. Yeah, so let's see if we can upgrade this to a newer version of the operating system. Alright, everything's been backed up and we are ready to try an installation of a new operating system. I've already hooked up the CD drive and we're using a totally legit copy of macOS 8.1. So open the caddy. Come on. In you go. And see. Oops. No. That does not want to. Ah. There we go. No. That is interesting. Why is it spitting this out? I wonder if termination doesn't work. Let's do some troubleshooting. So, no matter what, that stupid drive always spat out the caddy, so it assumes to be faulty. These are known for leaky capacitors that need to be fixed, so I'll probably take this apart. I tried another one. This is a 600E, I believe, although the innards seem to have been exchanged at some point. This is not original, only the case is. Also, doesn't work. doesn't seem to recognize the CD that's in here, although the CD-ROM extension is available and seems to be loaded. I tried different SCSI IDs. I'll play around with this a little bit more, changed around the terminator, the type of terminator at the back. Nothing seems to work, so don't know where to go from here yet. I'll see if I have any other drives that I can try with this to see if they work any better. So stay tuned. Alright, I found another 300 CD-ROM drive. Let's try this again and see if that spits it out too. Ah, okay. This one seems to work, so either these are defective or I haven't played with all of the SCSI ID settings yet. I believe this is set to 6, whereas I only went up to 4 or 5 with this one. That just keeps spitting them out. So, we have it on here. Let's install. I don't think I want update. I want a clean install where I can wipe the drive, get rid of everything from this installation, because there's some funky control panels in here that seem to be more PowerBook related. So I think someone put in a universal installation with like too much stuff in it. So let's try this and see if that works. Fingers crossed. Select the installation disk. 7. Available disk space 131, 120. Doesn't say how large that drive is. And I'm hoping I can partition it. Let's see if it will allow me to do that. I agree, of course. What other choice do I have? Alright, tried some open heart surgery and managed to finagle that cable down there. So let's boot this up and hope I can figure out how to quickly select the right floppy image from here before it gets to boot from the hard drive. So here we go. And nope, that did not work. Ah, HD setup, that's what I need. Okay, we'll try this again. And we want the disk tools image. Please boot from it. Let's see what it does. Aha. That is promising. I see it is actually reading tracks from here. I wonder whether it was the 800K format that this one didn't like to boot from, but seems to be working now. And this is a 7.5.1 installer. All I want is really to partition and delete, erase that whole drive to get rid of all the previous owner's information and set it up for a fresh installation. Let's launch the HD setup, hard disk setup. And SCSI device 2. No, Oh, interesting. Why is it device 2 and not 1? That is interesting. Yep. Yes, we do want to initialize it. Unable to unmount drive. A file and disk may be in use. That is odd. And what would that be? I'll try my luck with an AUX installation boot disk and see if that has any better tools. Okay, and we're in the installation software. Now I believe what this does is it runs a base installation of macOS 7.5 something, perhaps, and then runs AUX out of that. Might be incorrect, but anyway. So, SCSI device 2 on the bus. Yes, that matches what it says on the sticker here, set to SCSI address 2. Now let's see if I can configure your hard disk. That is what we want to do. So let's see if that disk utility has the magic power to partition this. Let's do custom. Waiting for confirmation. Yes, please. The remove command was successful. Yes, excellent. So I think what I'll do is I'll just try to initialize it here to make sure it's properly erased, and then I'll go back to the other disk utility to do the regular partitioning, and I might come back to this later, but I'll probably just divide it in half and try to install macOS 8.1 first before I put AUX on here. Alright, so I was able to partition this about 50% for the Mac installation. I hope that's enough space. If not, oh well, we'll do one or the other, or put in a SCSI to SD or a Zulu SCSI device. I think I have one lying around here somewhere. Or, oh yes, I could use the blue SCSI here. I just need to get that connector, find that somewhere. I could take it off the drive, but I might have a dead one lying around somewhere. Or I wait for my package from China to arrive with these. The difference for dual booting regular macOS and AUX is it's much easier if you have one of these, because you can actually emulate multiple hard drives from a single SD card. Oops, no. SD card here. Where on this one that's in here right now, it's just a single drive, and so partitioning works it's a little bit different. So let's see if we can actually install macOS 8.1 on here, or if it's going to complain about not enough space. But yeah, at least everything's been erased, deleted, repartitioned, so we're good to go with the rest of our installation shenanigans. Continue. Well, looks like that has finished, so we're going to quit and then restart and make sure this whole thing properly boots into the new installation. Come on, you can do it. That came out, ejected properly. Alright, setup assistant launched. And we are in the US. I think we'll do this whole thing later. Have a quick look in the system profiler. Macintosh Quadra 700. And yes, this is a display where I can never scroll all the way down. So I'll have to get a different one at some point. 20 megabytes of RAM might be upgraded. I know it's not 4:18 a.m. It is in fact only quarter to 10 p.m. So it needs a new battery. The old one, thankfully, has been taken out. I think before we continue with the AUX installation here, I did find a SCSI 2SD lying around, so I'll probably get this set up with a few different drives, emulated SCSI drives, and then redo the installation to have properly separate AUX and macOS installations, and a little bit more space for applications and games on here, because I don't think at this point I can even install AUX or anything else on that drive right now. So yeah, stay tuned for a few upgrades. We'll end this initial exploration installation video here. Once I have some more goodies that are arriving for this thing, we'll do an upgrade using the SCSI 2SD or maybe a Zulu SCSI, adding a few separate drives, emulated SCSI drives. I've tried this on the Quadra 950 before. That seems to be working much better when you have one disk just for macOS, the other one for AUX, and you can then use the boot picker to select between them. So we'll try this next. For now, we'll leave this as is, keep it chugging along, but until we get some more storage space in here, there's probably not much we can do and install software with, because it's pretty full right now. Anyway, stay tuned for part 1, and thank you for watching.